So the first question here really is more around who, and let's see what this bag of 12 astrological signs reveals. And really what I'm going to do here, is hold these over his image and just see what happens here. I'm just going to be a little bit intuitive here. This one, there's two here that feel, why are there two? Are there going to be two marriages here? There's two here that feel significant. And we zoom in closer. I don't know if you can see this. Actually, shamefully, it's a little lobster, but this is meant to be Cancer, and this is Leo. This is interesting. I wasn't expecting to feel a pull towards two. So now what I want to look at here is when. Let's answer the question as to when we're going to consult the original Tarot Rider Waite deck. And really, again, I'm just going to be as instinctive as I can be here. I'm feeling it's here. Again, I feel drawn to two somewhat, but more this one. Let's just see what the others feel like. That one I'm feeling really strongly drawn to, but so is this one. I'm sorry, I have to pull this one as well. Again, I feel there's a significance here. Why is it I'm feeling two? There's more than one significant other in his life. Maybe there's two marriages. So this first message here is really a bit confusing, but that's what it really means. There's advice here, and there's some instruction that's been turned on its head. He's getting carried away with himself. This advice has not been taken. This good counsel has just been ignored and neglected, really. So it's like he had the answers, but there's been some neglect here. And maybe that's why this first relationship doesn't work out with this Cancer wife, potentially. And then there's this Leo wife, which obviously, I mean, even have to spell it out? You can quite clearly see here, you know, th this is the one. Now, in terms of answering the question when, we obviously have a seven of swords just here, and we have a four of wands. So I feel like this is 37 and this is age 40. So now let's look as to why. Let's figure out what we can. Already I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. The sun reversed. So I don't know if you've noticed, but in both of these cards we drew, there's such a great amount of yellow in the image. And I couldn't help but feel it just sort of seems like almost like it doesn't need mentioning, but it's summertime in both of these instances, and they're years apart. The sun here reversed. I can't help but feel this is JK is traveling. He's like the other side of the world. Um, and like the alignments, everything is just completely upturned. And I feel like both of these relationships because of travel. He's literally on vacation, and it's like he's um having fun, letting his hair down, and that's when he's kind of more himself and more open and engaged with his truer self, because he's just so um you know f f how can I put this? He's not engaged in work. and he's able to just be himself, and that's when it's possible for him to actually connect with someone on a deeper level. Both of these instances, both of these relationships occur because of travel, but specifically vacation. And now the final deck here, which I'm going to consult, which really provides the overarching image and theme of these, well, in JK's case, two relationships. And what I'm actually going to do here is, um, okay, I'm actually going to shuffle over this first relationship at what is predicted at 37, and this first marriage, forgive me, because that's what I feel is there, just here, dominance. Dominance. That's interesting. I mean, maybe we've got a reason as to why this doesn't work, because that's the obvious conclusion. You know, there's two relationships. It's not going to be happening at the same time, or is it? But this is, for me, what I feel is the overriding, the conquering marriage, the one that, you know, his true love in life. Dominance. Does this mean that either he is dominant over her, or is she dominant over him? There's a sense of control here, and we know this about JK from what we see in his hands. There's a great sense of jealousy and possessiveness. Maybe he was too much for her. Maybe his feelings were dominant over him in that relationship. I'm talking about it as though it's in the past tense already. But this is really significant. There's too much the need to control here. There's too much um, trying to take the reins over something that really should just be less of battle and more of coherence. Let's see what is revealed for this second marriage here. I'm actually going to put, no, I'm going to leave dominance there because it's relevant um, to that relationship. Okay, let me just do the same here. I'm going to shuffle over this marriage. I'm just going to close my eyes and see what feels right. Bear with me, guys. Thank you for sticking with me. There. Play. There we are. And I think this really answers the potential for this prosperous, harmonious relationship. I think JK is much more suited to a Leo. Let me know what your thoughts are. Um, you know, in terms of what that compatibility says in his own astrological sign. I find it interesting that we've got more than one individual here. It's like he's now able to incorporate others into the relationship freely, without fear, you know, without jealousy, possessiveness, without control and dominance. This is really, really positive sign, and maybe it's even a sign of um, children, you know, a child in the mix as well. This combination of a, you know, a trio here. There's a very carefree element about. They're all dancing, singing in the rain. Um, they're all doing their own thing. They're all in movement. They're free. They're happy. And and there's a sense here that even though there's quite a lot going on in the background, there's still some, you know, potential things here. You know, this isn't probably not the safest place to play around in. They're having fun. You know, life goes on. All dangers can't be mitigated. Why worry too much? There's a great sense of release. This is a really positive sign for this relationship.